So I started my fertility journey after we found out that because of my husband's chemotherapy, he had azoospermia. And so luckily we had had frozen sperm and we knew IVF was gonna be our first option. We met with a doctor, we did an egg retrieval, we got many high quality embryos, we felt really lucky. And the first transfer took, but ended in a blighted ovum. So after that, we did another transfer thinking it was just a fluke. We had a chemical pregnancy with that. We did a third transfer that failed. We did a fourth transfer that was another chemical pregnancy, and I was hitting a wall and being told that we were probably looking at having to use a surrogate. I just felt like my concerns a lot of times were not being addressed. I felt like going into it, I didn't have any known fertility issues, and so it was really frustrating to feel like we kept getting so close to the finish line and just not quite making it. I kept having this feeling like I wanted to try natural cycle FET, but my doctor was not open to that because it didn't match the schedule. I had heard many great things about Dr. Gazal, and so I made an appointment to meet with her. Dr. Gazal took all the information she had from my past transfers, from my egg retrieval cycles, all the numbers, all the stats, put it together and came back to me with a plan and said that she thought the best thing would be a natural cycle, which at that point was something I had kind of put out of my mind because it had been dismissed so many times. But when she said that, I felt really excited because it was something I had been wanting to try. And so we decided to go for it. We started the process. I, called in on the first day of my cycle, and that was it. We just went from there and started tracking, monitoring, decided we were going to transfer 2, and a few weeks later, we were expecting. That feeling is almost impossible to describe. It was something we had waited for so long, I think almost 3 years into the process before we got that phone call. And the best part was just like feeling like Dr. Gazal was as invested as I was on that day. Like we were crying on the phone together, Molly too. It just was my team, they were my team. And so to know that she felt it as much as we did, and I don't think I've ever been happier than that day until the day that I got to meet these two.